Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be reviewing this. This is the Target exclusive Micromaster 10 pack. This comprises of, I guess, all repaints, but the two down here, I don't have their 2-pack yet. I can't remember, I think it was the Off-Road Patrol, but I'll get to that in a bit later. So as you can see in package, some of them are in their robot modes, and some of them are in their vehicle modes. And we have 6 Autobots and 4 Decepticons. So let's just take a look at the box art here, as there isn't any, which is different for most Siege figures. Just the names of the different Micromasters. Let's flip it over. Now, I would normally do this in my larger light box, but it's behind a bunch of stuff. And so I'm doing this review in my smaller light box. So if it seems kind of crowded, that's the reason why. Okay, let's start from the top here. We have Road Police and Wheel Blaze. Next we have Autobots Ground Shaker and Over Air. Odd name. And this is the part that's new to me because I don't have the Off-Road Patrol, but here we have Rejecticon and Iron Tread. Let's get that glare out of the way. And then for Decepticons, we have up here Night Flight and Skyhopper, and then down here we have Crater Maker and Fireline, which are also repaints. Okay, let's get this opened up. The set does come with an instruction sheet, as you can see here. Very large instructions sheet. But yeah, let's just put that aside. Okay, here are the 10 Micromasters out of the package. I have them all in their vehicle mode. Now, this review is going to be a little bit different because I've reviewed most of these molds already. I'm probably just more or less going to focus on the colors, the designs in both modes. I'm not going to go over transformation for any of them, but except for these two. These two I'll go over transformation because I have not done a review on this mold, but everything else I have, and I'll put links to that in maybe the cards or in the description. Okay, let's start with the Decepticons because they're up here first. We have 4 Decepticons, and here we have the Decepticon Jet Set, Night Flight, and Skyhopper. So this is Night Flight. Pretty plain in his vehicle mode. Not a lot of paint apps on this side, but on here you kind of see the robot already, but that's okay. These things are tiny. Here's Skyhopper. If I recall correctly, there was a Micromaster named Skyhopper. I'm not sure about the rest. I like the colors. I like the mix of gray, black, and this teal color. This is Crater Maker. That makes more sense as it shoots out and creates craters. And here is Fireline. Now, my Fireline, for some reason, the arms seem a bit off or loose. I'm not sure why. But it is a pretty nice color scheme. My major gripe is the wheels. It could use some black paint application or be molded in black. I'm not liking that it's brown like this. Okay, those are the Decepticons. Let's get on to the Autobots. We have Road Police and Wheel Blaze. So let's look at Road Police. This is just a police car. Now here's something weird. Look at this. I don't know if it's supposed to show as police from the top or from the back because it's on this angle. Part of me just thinks it shouldn't have they shouldn't have done this at all. Maybe they just made it a black paint app or line around here. Not well, it is what it is. If it's supposed to be from the aerial view, I guess it makes sense. Makes more sense than from the back view. Now this is based on the mold. I forgot the original Micromaster mold this is based on, but I do remember it's the one I don't like because the legs constantly pop off when you transform him. Here is Wheel Blaze. This is a yellow fire truck. And again, I wish they painted this black. Get the ladder out. Okay, and the Autobot jets, we have Ground Shaker and Over Air. I'm not liking that name. Nice repaint of this mold. I like it a lot. Not sure if this is supposed to be up like this already. Oh, that's the head. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Well, this is how it came out. Okay, and Over Air. This is a nice color scheme. Kind of reminds me of Power Glide. And next in the set, which is a repaint of the Off-Road Patrol, we have Recon and Iron Tread. So this is Recon. Kind of reminds me of like the Combiner Wars Ironhide. It'd be nice if they painted the back windows as well, but it is what it is. They went through the trouble of painting here, but not here. And Iron Tread. Out of this whole set, these two are my favorite. It's probably because I don't have a version of them yet. Is it just me, or does that look off? Let me see if it can be shown. No, that's how it is. It looks like this is going down too low. Does it? Well, doesn't matter. This is not a real wheel. All in all, very nice. I like it a lot. And the cool part is the transformations for these two in particular, to me, are unique, which I like. And I'll go over that in a bit. Okay, let's get these guys into robot mode. And I will only do I'm gonna just do transformations on these two guys. The rest I'm not gonna film because these two are new to me. So let's start with Recon here. So Recon has a pretty unique transformation. I'm gonna bring his arms up like this, and then the legs come around like this, and then you rotate them, which is pretty unique for a Micromaster, considering Micromasters usually don't have complex transformations. And the hood comes down just like that. And here's his robot mode. Not liking this part though. His little hands here. Okay, let's put him aside and transform Iron Tread, who's a very tiny semi-truck. His transformation is a bit more simple, so let's pull his arms out, and then this piece comes up, and then the whole truck assembly here, let me see if I can pull it out, rotates like that. Spread the legs, and there you go. So I'm going to focus on the head. Pretty simple, but different when comparing it to how the other Micromasters transform. Okay, let me get the rest in robot mode. Okay, here's the set all in robot mode, and let's start with the Decepticons here with Night Flight. And here he is in robot mode. Let's focus. There you go. I like the color scheme, but here's something interesting. If you notice on the top here, the molded plastic is actually gray, and he was painted this bluish color. And it seems to be common for the other jets. Now, I'm always curious about production methods, and I'm wondering why. Was there a color change last minute? But you know, it can't be just for this guy, because when I'm looking at the other jets, they actually have the same thing as well. And I'll show you down later on in a bit. Okay, so this is Night Flight. Let's focus on the face again. Let's take a look at Skyhopper. Here's Skyhopper. Just like Night Flight, you can see over here, the molded plastic is, I guess, a whitish plastic, but he was painted this color. Even this part is molded white, you know, off-white type of color, and then was painted on with this teal or greenish color here. Just curious, because it doesn't seem like, I mean, it would just seem more efficient to mold it in that color that you're painting, and then just do the paint apps like on here, this silver part instead. Here is Crater Maker. Focus. I like the head sculpt and colors for this guy. Kinds of reminds me of a Cobra type of vehicle. I wonder if that's what they're going for, or maybe just blue and red reminds me of Cobra. Here is a Fireline. Nice sculpt, nice detail, and I like the color choices of the, for him. Okay, let's get on to the Autobots. Here we have Road Police. Now, for me, Road Police looks really plain, and when I did transform him, his legs did pop off. But yeah, out of all of them, this is probably my least favorite, just because, I mean, it would have been nice if the thighs were a different mold of plastic, colored plastic. But yeah, he looks the plainest to me. Okay, let's put him aside. Next we have Wheelblaze. Now, what I don't like about Wheelblaze, I mean, I wish they painted the faceplate at least. Maybe not the helmet part, but the faceplate a different color. It's too dark. I can't really tell his face too much. Maybe if it was painted white with the blue helmet on it. I do like the yellow fire truck though. And I don't know why, maybe a different, it's like 2 shades of blue on the chest. I would have preferred a different color. Next we have Ground Shaker. And just like the other jets, you can see the plastic is molded in this pinkish color. And it looks to be the same color as this plastic. I'm kind of curious. I wonder if they just made a mistake, like, you know, even this is the white of that, I believe. I don't know, just rambling. My curiosities. But here we have Ground Shaker. Personally, I wish they changed some parts on the jets to make them a little different. Even if they just did the wings, like new wing types or slightly remolded wings, that would have been kind of cool. Here we have Over Air. I do notice they are using a mix of pins and screws. If we go here, where is it? Yeah, these guys are using pins, and well, he's using a screw. Again, you can see the plastic is molded green. That matches this. but they painted it white. Here's the back. Okay, now to my favorite out of the bunch, we have Recon. His robot mode does look a little plain. I wish this part was red and the thighs were black instead. Just to break up all that red. From the side, you can see he's really back heavy. And last but not least, we have Iron Tread. You can see he uses a pin. This is probably my favorite out of the bunch, but yeah, very back heavy as you can see. Now let's go over articulation for this guy and this guy. Let's go him first. No head articulation. The arms can rotate 360 very difficultly. Difficultly, is that a word? I'm making up words already. And the legs can kick. Can they kick? Wow, it is very tight. Well, he has waist rotation, but you have to lift this back up here to do it. The legs remind me of Optimus Prime. Yeah, he can kick and he can bend. Nope. Does he have a bend? Yes, very tight bend. This is surprising for Micromaster. Well, I guess it's not so much because the rest actually have leg bends. That's about it for articulation. Let's take a look at Recon. Here, Recon can rotate as much, but this back thing is in the way. It's on a ball joint. Waist rotation, transformation requires it. Can kick, and he can bend. Okay, so there's a mode that all of these guys have, which is their weapon mode. I'm not going to go through all of them because I've done it before on the other reviews of these Micromasters, since these are repaints. And personally, I don't really care for their combined weapon modes, but I will do it for Recon and Iron Tread. So let's bring these guys forward, and I'll get them transformed into their combined weapon mode. Okay, so Recon and Iron Tread's combined weapon mode, I mean, you first got to get them in transform like this. And then this piece pegs into here, but mine's is really, really tight. And personally, I don't feel comfortable pushing it in all the way. You can see how much of a gap there is. And then over here is where the figure would hold it. Again, I am not a fan of these combined weapon modes. I think these Micromasters can do without it. They don't need it, that gimmick, in my opinion. I'd rather just have them as Micromasters. But yeah. All in all, this is a great set, and I could be very biased because Micromasters, as I've said before, are my favorite gimmick, and for me, the more the merrier. I don't mind these repaints too much, and I'm looking forward to the combiner Micromasters. Now, they're not robot combiners; they're vehicle combiners where two Micromasters can combine in their vehicle form to form a larger Micromaster. So I'm looking forward for that, and I really hope that down the line we get some play sets for the Micromasters. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for watching.